Hey everybody, it's Mark here with Happy Trails MTB. Here today at Race Pace Bikes, Ellicott City. I want to do a product review. Haven't done one in a while. Last thing I think we reviewed were the Bontrager Line Pro 40 carbon wheels. It's been a couple months and they're holding up great. Today I wanted to review something else. Dropper posts. So, dropper posts on the Stache. Died, it failed. This bike, I've only had this bike about 6 months. It's an older version of the Stache, so it did not come with a dropper. And I had an old used TranzX dropper lying around, so I put that in, and it promptly failed. And rather than try and fool with that, they're not really rebuildable anyway, I just tossed it and went with one of the most popular posts that we're using at the shop. Decided to install the Wolftooth Components version 2 post. They're super popular for a couple reasons. They're really inexpensive, relatively speaking, and they it's the shortest dropper on the market, so you can do a much longer drop with the same or shorter overall length. So in this bike, the curvature of the seat tube makes it so I can't put a super long post in there, but I was able to put a 180 in there, and I think that I probably could have gone with the 210, but I had a 150 before, so going from 150 to 180, it's been a great upgrade. The other thing that was important to me is the other bike, my Stumpjumper, has a reverb, and while reverb has a lot of haters, when it's working smoothly, which for me has been most of the time, it blows everything else away. The feel is like no other post on the market.
That proves my point. You're a crazy person.
So I wanted to come as close to replicating that as possible without spending reverb money, because they're 400 bucks. And again, the one-up is 209. You do have to purchase a lever if you don't already have one that's compatible with it. We unfortunately had to do one, but that's okay. And I'm going to show you what I did to maximize the smoothness and make this post feel really awesome. Probably as good as the reverb, maybe even better. Oh, hang tight. All right, so here's what I've got. I've got the dropper. I've got it out of the box. This is the 180 millimeter version of that. All the one-up droppers can be shimmed down by 10 or 20 millimeters, and they come with the shims to do so. The other suggestion was given to me was to go ahead and get the Jagwire Pro Dropper cable kit. Why? Well, because it's compressionless housing, and also the cable is actually thinner than a standard cable. I've got a standard cable here, and I don't know if the GoPro is going to pick this up, but the cable's significantly thinner, and that in conjunction with the compressionless housing means that it is unbelievably smooth. And I can tell you, having gone on a couple rides with it so far, it works as advertised. It is ridiculously smooth, works really well. And the other thing I did was added a Wolftooth lever. They have two levers. They have the regular one and the light action. Wolftooth on their site has a list of droppers and which lever works best with which dropper. In this case, the regular lever, not the light action lever, was recommended with the one-up, so that's what I went with. They make them with a regular clamp. You can get a Matchmaker clamp for SRAM, which I have because my bike is GX, and they also make an I-spec for you Shimano people. And the other thing that I love about the one-up and Wolftooth is the ease of installation of not just the dropper, but the cabling. And I'll show you that right now as well. First thing I love about this is no more of that stupid little clamping cylinder. This one, the cable head. Let me get to where we can see here. Just goes right like that. And that's what actuates it there. Routed, of course, through the housing. And then this works super easily as well on the Wolftooth. I don't know if I unscrewed it enough. I didn't. But I love, instead of the tiny little 2 or 2.5 to cinch it down, it's got a legit pinch bolt there. As you can see, nice and big and super easy to pinch it down. And that's really it for installation. I mean, run your housing through the frame. Stache happens to be super easy because it's only partially internally routed. Run your housing through the frame, and the cabling is incredibly easy, and on both ends, the post and the Wolftooth, and that's it. That's all there is to it. So this thing is super simple. Now, ease of installation is important, but what's more important is how does this thing work? So let's take a look. Okay, I've got a couple rides on it since I've installed it. I haven't had to make any adjustments or do any barrel adjustments on the lever because of the compressionless housing. So no movement with the ferrules or anything, and it just works beautifully. The lever feel is fantastic, and the actuation is just super smooth and quick. And roads this past Saturday, and I think it was 25 degrees, and just worked beautifully the whole time. So I would definitely say on par with the Reverb, which again costs twice as much. So for the money, it's average or below average weight compared to the competition. It's cheaper than most of the competition. It just works better. And if you do have a failure out of warranty, a cartridge, which is basically a drop-in cartridge, it's a 10-minute procedure. They're $60. So the one-up dropper is really worth consideration, considering they go in lengths from 120 up to 210 millimeters in all different sizes. I happen to be on the 31.6, and they can all be shimmed down by 10 or 20 millimeters and come with the shim kits to do so. So that's my review for today. And if you're looking for a new dropper post, I strongly suggest you go with that one-up. Have a great day, and stay rowdy, my friends. Well, we just finished our one-up dropper post review, and hopefully you can see it, but we're getting some snow. And as John Posner once said, if it's snowing, I'm going. Unfortunately, we've been getting above freezing, and there's snow on the ground or sleet, so it might be super slick. So I'm gonna give it a whirl and see what happens. But so far, this is awesome. And the trail dog is pumped. He couldn't be any more excited. So far, this is a blast. However, the fresh snow is covering the ice, so it's a little spooky in places. Let's go, trail dog. And I can see the dog sliding all over the place, so. And into the tree, and down we go. Ah! Oh, thank you, dog. Thank you, trail dog Maverick. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Thank you.